Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Carl Jung, who will be talking about out-of-body experiences and doing readings for you. And before I bring on Carl, I just want to make some quick announcements that on April 8th, my guest will be numerologist psychic Jeremy Ryden, who's the author of Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Always Wanted, and The Great Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, and the host of the Intuitive Destiny Show that comes on 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. And on April 6th is Deborah Hall, who'll be talking about tarot. On April 20th is Brian Ross, the host of the Magical Journey Show that comes on 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on April 27th is Terry Lynn Cansey. She'll be my guest. And on April 8th, I'll be at the Learning Light Foundation Camelot, special Camelot Fair from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on April 29th, I'll be at the School of Multidimensional Healing and Science Psychic Fair from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that's in Irvine. And the Learning Light Foundation is in Anaheim. They're both in California. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Carl Jung. Hello, Carl.
Hey, Shelley, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
And Carl, can you tell the callers a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm a multi-generational psychic. I do tarot reading. I also teach courses. I'll be teaching at the Multidimensional School in Irvine. I'm going to be teaching my astral travel and lucid dreaming class at 10:30 in the morning on Saturday. I also teach a tarot class, a 7-week tarot class. It's a comprehensive class at the Multidimensional School in Irvine every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. I also teach it at the alternative clothing store in Fullerton, California called Ipso Facto on Harbor Boulevard. I teach that at 8 o'clock every Thursday night, same class. 7-week tarot class.
Awesome. And Carl, what is an out-of-body experience?
Well, an out-of-body experience as such, that's actually a term that psychologists use to describe the experience. And there's different opinions about what that experience is. So like people like us, metaphysical people, see it as us leaving our bodies, going into another plane. It could also be like a near-death experience. You meet guides and spirits. Other more scientifically based people might see it as just kind of like a dream state or a place, very vivid dreaming, things like that, or you feel like you're out of your body, but you're not really. So it depends on who you talk to.
And what is a dream, Carl?
What is a dream? There's different kinds of dreams. What most people think of as dreaming, I call mechanical dreaming or brain dreaming. It's when your brain activity is going and it runs through narratives. It tries to work out scenarios. And it also has material that has been suppressed into your unconscious comes out and tries to work out problems or tries to tell you things that you might not know about. That's your standard dream. But then you have lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is when you're in the astral, in that something people call fourth dimension, where you're in that kind of higher vibrational space, and then material from the brain or the unconscious is projected into that place, and so you have these very vivid dreams that you're aware of, that you know you're dreaming, and you can interact with the dreams. You can even orchestrate them.
And Carl, let's take our
levels
first
to what a
caller.
dream is.
Go ahead.
There's different levels to what a dream is.
Let's take our first caller, Carl, which is area code 908. Hello, 908.
Hi, good afternoon, Shelley. Hi, Carl.
Hi.
This is Caroline. Hi, this is Caroline. And my question, it's regarding an event that it just came up, a live event that I'm going to be organizing probably end of summer, beginning of fall. And it's with, let's just say a friend of mine who's actually a medium from England who's coming over. And I'd like to know, one, am I going to do a great job marketing? I've done this before, but now it's like I want to do it on a grander scale, a little bigger. And I'd like to know how it's going to turn out, if it's going to be successful.
Okay, let me look at the cards real quick.
Thank you.
I'm shuffling. It looks like it's going to go very well.
Yay!
It's really like but what I'm getting is it's very important that between now and then you coordinate very carefully with this person.
Yes.
So they know what they're stepping into, and they know what they're doing. They know what they're saying and stuff. Don't just put them in the room. You need to kind of script it a little bit.
I will, because there's also a contract that I'm going to kind of bring it up. You know, it's a business. Right. So I'm going to do a contract as well. So,
are you going to be in a bigger venue than you've worked with before?
Well, let's say not work, but I know him very well, and he's a wonderful medium, wonderful human being.
No, my question is, are you going to be putting this on in a larger venue than you have in the past?
Oh, yes. I'm thinking theater. You know, not necessarily humongous theater, but a theater, you know, over 100, over a certain amount.
I'm getting that you need to... You're going to need another level of coordination in doing this. It's a little like you're stepping out. So, and it needs to be kind of scripted. It needs to be very well organized, and you're going to have to work with some sound people and lighting people and stuff too, which you may not have done. So,
yeah, that's true. Because I think I have, a prospect of a venue. And it's an interesting one. It's actually in Ivy League university. It's Princeton, and it's their seminary theological school, and they hold. I'd like to know if you could see this as well, and they hold events, group events outside. But they really need an approval. I probably will need an approval. But, he is a president, this person I know. He's a president of a spiritual a church in England. So I was thinking I could fly by. I used to do
that. But let me. What I'm getting is you won't have any problem as long as you have a student organization sponsoring you.
Oh.
So you have to have but you will have a very hard time if you don't. Okay. You have to have someone that's connected with the college, either a faculty member or a student organization, sponsor you.
I know somebody. Yes.
Okay.
I know somebody.
And that's why I'm getting very strongly. I'm also getting. This is going to be a bit different. It's going to be a larger group, and it needs to be. You need it. I'm getting the word scripted. It needs to be. You need to lay out how you're going to do this very carefully, because you're going to be dealing with a tough crowd. They're very smart people. be dealing with a more intellectually sophisticated crowd than you're used to.
I love it.
And they might ask questions that are very philosophical and have big words in it, and so she's got to be able to handle that.
Okay.
Without getting nervous. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand. Oh wow, this is wonderful.
But I see a large group, and I see a successful event.
Oh, thank you. Do you see it in the year? My last question. That's all. Okay. I'm very conscious of other people. Do you see it being held in Princeton?
I think it possibly could if you have the right connections. They have to be sponsored by a group or a faculty member.
Yeah, until then, I'm going to work. I'll be going to almost on a daily basis to Princeton to schmooze. See what happens.
You need to get a faculty, an official, recognized club or some organization that's run by students or a faculty member to sponsor you.
I understand. I know one, but I'm not sure, how successful she is. But I'll find out. I'm gonna. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your heads up. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Carolyn, I feel that you will be doing the event at Preston.
Okay.
that you will be able to get in there. It looks like that it would be the perfect venue for what you're wanting to do for a mediumship. And it looks like it's going to be a combination of him giving a speech and talking about himself and his experiences and doing spot-on readings and doing mediumship readings. And I think people love mediums, so I think it's important when you promote this medium that you promote that he's doing readings as well as speaking. But I think most importantly, people need to know that he's doing readings. It does look like you're going to do a good job of marketing the event because it looks like you're going to be reaching a large group of people, and there'll be people that are non-students that will be coming to the campus to the event, and there'll be a lot of students. And I feel when you market, you need to make sure that you market to the students on campus, and I feel that the college will help you to market the event, that they will also market the event, and so I think that they will be instrumental in helping you. So between you and the college marketing the event, it does look like that you're going to get a huge turnout, a good-sized turnout. And it looks like that he'll be coming back, that the event will do well, that you'll be having him come back in the winter time, possibly in December or January or February in winter, that he'll be coming back again in the winter and you'll be doing the event again.
Wow. I am like this. I have to get on my knees and thank God because this is just wonderful. One of my last experiences wasn't. It was actually in LA. It didn't turn out right. But just say. So I am. Thank you so much, both of you. Oh my gosh, it's like a miracle. That's all I could say. What I've been through. Thank you so much. I appreciate you both.
How can Carolyn get in contact with you?
Yeah, if you want to get in contact with me or anybody else, you can call me at 714-643-0280. 714-643-0280. Or you can email me at cyoung1890@gmail. cyoung1890.
Thank you.
And Carolyn, you could get a hold of me at 818-744-5241 or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling, Carolyn.
Thank you both again.
You're welcome.
I'm now going to continue my interview and out-of-body experience with Carl Jung, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 219. Carl, what is a lucid dream?
Well, like I was saying before, a lucid dream is when it's kind of in between a pure astral experience where you're just conscious in another vibrational level. It's like another world. And it's just like this world you fly around in and walk around in it. And there's a different world there. And then there's the mechanical brain dream, which is just this automatic thing going on in your brain. It's in between. It's like you're in the astral. Your consciousness is in the astral, but your unconscious is throwing up a whole, like a hologram, a whole world of dream material. But the thing that really distinguishes a lucid dream is that you're aware that you're dreaming. You know you're dreaming. So, like, if you're being chased by a monster, you can turn around and go, "Who are you? Why are you chasing me?" And they'll tell you. So you don't have to work with. You can actually interact with the dream. You can interact with the people in the dream. You can also interact because it's a higher vibration and you're lucid, which is to mean you're aware. You can talk to your guides. You can talk to angelic beings. You can talk to deceased loved ones and stuff like that. Most of the people have dreams where they meet deceased relatives and stuff. That's a lucid dream. They're in the lucid dream state when that happens, for example. Flying dreams, when you feel like you're flying, you're actually in the astral flying around, but you're experiencing it as a dream. So they call that lucid. That's a lucid dream. That's a real common one.
Fascinating. Let's take our next caller, Carl, which is area code 219. Hello, 219.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, and who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Liz, L-I-Z.
L-I-Z, Liz. Hello, Liz. And Liz, what is your question today?
Yes, it's about school. I don't know if I should continue and go back for my master's in mental health counseling, or should I go in a totally different direction?
Let me shuffle the cards a little bit. Hold on. I think it looks really good to go. I think that will open a lot for you. If you're worried about the financing, I see that'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I would go for it.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good.
Yeah, you definitely go for it. All the cards I'm getting are very, very positive towards going for it.
Okay. Does it say like for summer or the fall?
Yeah, I think fall's better. I've seen a red leaf like a fall leaf, so I'd say yes, fall.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel that you should go for the mental health. It's kind of a healing profession, and I think that you are good at connecting with people, and you're a good communicator, and you're an empath. You pick up people's emotions and feelings very easily, and you're in tune to people, and you would be very good at mental health. And I agree with Carl, go in the fall time. It looks like you're going to get some kind of financial assistance, for school, that's going to be coming up. And I think it's good to wait until the fall so you have time to apply for it. And, because it could take several months to be approved. But it looks like you'll get financial assistance. And it looks like you'll be, as part of your course, you'll be writing an essay or thesis. I'm not sure what they call it, but there's something that you're going to be writing. And it's going to be several pages. And the professor's going to give you a good grade on it. It looks like that you will be able to keep up with your study. It's important if you're going to make the commitment that you don't fall behind, that you keep up with your study. And it looks like you will be able to keep up with your study. Did you have another question?
No, that was it.
Oh, all right.
Yes. I'm sorry. Is it either the location Chicago or here in Indiana?
I feel it's there in Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah,
okay.
I got the same thing.
Okay.
Indiana.
Okay, great. All right, thank you so much.
And
You're welcome.
Carl, how can Liz get in contact with you?
Yeah, if you want to get a reading or anything or connect with me, you can call me at 714-643-0280. 714-643-0280. Or you can email me at cyoung1890@gmail.com. Cyoung, like Carl.
And you could get a hold of me, Liz, at 818-744-5241, or go to my website, psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Liz.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
And we're now going to continue our interview with Carl Jung on out-of-body experiences. And then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 818, Carolyn. And Carl, what is astral travel?
Well, astral travel is when you're definitely gone to the fourth dimension. You're separated. Your astral body is separated from your body, or your consciousness is separated from your body. It's kind of the same thing, and you're actually wide awake and aware of what you're doing, and you're in this other place, which is just like this place, but it's at a different vibrational level. So in this world, you can fly around, you can walk through walls because the vibrations are different. You're kind of like a spirit body. And you can go do all kinds of things. You can do spiritual work. You can meet with your guides. You can meet with ancestors, deceased relatives, and things like that, even angelic beings sometimes. And so it's a place you can fly around and visit and go to. And actually, the actual reality is we go to it every night when we sleep. We just don't remember it. So it's actually a part of our life. It's a place we go when we sleep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Carl,
so it's basically about being awake in that place we go at night instead of asleep.
So you're kind of in an aware state in the astral?
You're totally awake. It's just like being right now, sitting in a room, looking around, except you're in a different place. It's like, and you'd be in your bed, you wake up, you sit up in your bed, and suddenly you realize you're in the astral, and you're in your room. It's the same, but it's different because you can walk through the wall, or you can fly, you can float up to the ceiling, and there's other beings there that on that vibrational level that you can't see normally during the day unless you're very gifted, or when you're awake, and they could be a deceased relative or something. The times that people have had dreams where they see someone who passed away, that's the astral. They're in the astral when that happens.
Awesome. And Carol, let's take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Carolyn.
How you doing? I have a question about going into other dimensions. I've never experienced out-of-body experience, I don't think, but I think I went to another dimension one day. I was driving, it was about 15 years ago, and I stopped at a red light, and when it turned green, I made a right turn, and I looked behind me, and there was no cars. There was cars parked on both sides of the street, but I decided to slowly get to the fast lane, and I moved over because there was no cars behind me, and a car almost hit me. It came from nowhere, and I didn't see the car, and there was a police officer in back of that car, and they were coming through, they said, a yellow light. I didn't see any of that. So was I in another dimension at that time?
Well, a lot of times when there are traumatic events like abuse or war, like stuff like that, people lose their bodies. In fact, that's how a lot of people learn how to do it. And when they had childhood abuse or something like that, and they leave their bodies. And if you get in a car accident, sometimes you leave your body. Although sometimes with car accidents and things like that, your brain speeds up, which makes the world go into slow motion. You feel like you're in another world, and that's just with your brain. But yeah, often you leave, and there's a traumatic event or something frightening happens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to learn about astral travel, come to my class on Saturday.
It's on Saturdays. What, 10 o'clock?
10:30 in the morning.
Oh, 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to. I'm a planet. It's the first Saturday, right? Oh, every Saturday. I have to come. Okay. All right.
So you could have been out of your body. You might have been out of your body. You could have been.
I want to experience out about it. Experience. I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get back with you.
Okay. It's great to talk to you.
Okay. It's good to talk to you too. Bye, Shelley.
Carolyn. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Carl Jung on out-of-body experiences, and then we're going to take another call from 818. Carl, are there techniques to induce out-of-body experiences?
Absolutely, yes. And some of them are very ancient. The two I teach in my class are, one is called continuity journaling. So you journal about your day, and then you journal your dreams. And see, we have two lives. One's asleep, and we actually are out of our body and in dream states and stuff, and we don't remember it in this world, waking world. So there's some journaling techniques you can do that'll actually, there's the other side wonders about us. We wonder about our unconscious, and the unconscious wonders about us. Part of us that lives when we're asleep wonders what it's like to be awake, and our waking part wonders what it's like to be in their world. And there's a journaling technique so you can communicate back and forth between the two selves. You have two selves, your sleeping self and your waking self. So it allows you to have a continuity, like you become one person, the sleeping person and the waking person, so that you're conscious when you're awake and you're asleep. The other technique I teach is Yoga Nidra, which is a Hindu Eastern technique. And that is about allowing your body, when your body goes to sleep, you stay awake. So you feel your body go to sleep, and your consciousness stays awake. So you're awake when your body's asleep. And they call it Yoga Nidra. And then you can go into the astral from there. I don't do a lot of trying to get out of your body. It's much easier just to stay awake when your body sleeps. Your consciousness be awake when your body goes to sleep. And you can do it.
How can you do it?
Well, you have to take my class, and there's some techniques that are involved.
Oh, good.
You don't have time for it.
And have you ever thought about maybe teaching on Skype?
Sure. This kind of class works better in person, but yeah, I could probably do that. If somebody wanted an individual class and doing that, sure. Yes, I could do it. It's a 4-hour workshop that I'm doing now. So I had to break it down into classes and sort of homework. I give homework in the class so people can go home at night and try these things. And I also have a support group I run. I do the workshop on the first Saturday of every month, and I do the support group on the third Saturday of every month. So people can bring their journals in, and they can talk about their experiences. And what usually happens is you get a tight-knit little group, and we meet each other in the astral, so we can work together when we're asleep, too.
That's awesome. And how can people contact you if they'd like to take a class with you?
They can call me at 714-643-0280, 714-643-0280, or they can email me at cyoung, that's like Carl Jung, cyoung 1890gmail.com.
And Carl, let's take our next caller, which is area code 818. Hello, 818.
Hello.
Hi.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Hi, this is Muriel. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Muriel.
We have worked together. You have helped me tremendously in the past, and I was looking forward to hear from you today again. Hi, Carl.
All right.
Hi.
Okay. So my question is, I have been through really a breaking of my life, with a divorce and a girl going to college, etc. And it's been a long road back. I am in school again. I'm 58 years old, and I'm in school. 58.
Oh, it's a little older than me.
And so I'm staying with friends now. I used to have a house that's gone too. So I don't know what really. There's different things ahead in front of me, but nothing very concrete. I'm not quite sure. I know something has to change, but I'm not sure. There's many things that seems to want to be open to me, but nothing very concrete. Even the school, I don't know really where this is going to take me.
The thing you need to do is really simple. First of all, you're very lucky you have freedom now. You're not all tied into a house and all the stuff that goes with a house and all that stuff. So you have a lot of freedom now. So you have to claim that new experience. The kids are gone. No more husband. No more hassles of a house. You can really remake your life. And I wouldn't worry about it.
It's been like kind of 8 years already in the process, so it's like
okay, that's fine.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
That's fine. That's an inner process, and you're starting to get to the point where you can start to materialize things because you have to do some inner work and learn something.
I did, yes.
Okay, and what is really important now, the big deal right now, and it's really your work, is to figure out what you want. And that's a bigger thing than you think. You don't let the world tell you what you want. You look inside yourself and discover what it is you actually really want. And it's not just what you desire, but what you want. And this is an interesting thing. Here's a lesson in manifesting and like magic. When you focus in on what you want and you start to pursue it, things will come to you up from the outside. It will come to you from the outside. And then sometimes some of the things you think you want, you don't really want when they come. So you drop them. And that changes inside you because it's what's inside you coming to you from the outside. Does that make sense? You have something inside that you want, and something outside will come to you.
Right.
And the whole process is actually about finding out who you are. When you want things, it's a way of finding out who you are. And when it comes to you from the outside, it's like looking in a mirror. You see yourself. And this is a spiritual process.
Yes, so, I understand that, and I've been really on an inner journey for a long time, and actually I teach...
well, it's important that you don't reject things when they come. That's what I'm getting. That's what Spirit's telling me now, that you start, and you have to believe it. Believe manifesting. You have to believe in the magic of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, you have to believe in it. Otherwise, you keep rejecting everything when it comes.
Right.
That has to stop. And you're down to total freedom now. You wanted a lot of freedom. I think you were very tied down in the past. You were very, very overwhelmed, overburdened. Now you have all the freedom you want. And so now you can actually remake your life. And it can happen pretty quickly. And you're not that old by modern standards. Right now, I mean, people live to be 80 years old used to be what 60-year-old old is. So, like most 60-year-olds, like 50-year-olds, and so don't worry about it, or 40-year-olds even. So don't worry about your age. And as long as
I'm very worried about that. Yes, I'm very worried about that.
I'm 56, and I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I feel like
I have no problems at all.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you think about it, then you start to create that, like I'm old.
Right.
And you start to create I'm old. And you get old.
Yes.
But don't worry about it. I meet people who are in their 60s who look like they're in their 40s, and I meet people in their 40s that look like they're in their 60s. It depends on how you work with your energy.
Right. A few years back, I was able to turn that around, and I was feeling like I was 20. I was looking fantastic, and then something happened, and I went back down the rabbit hole. And
So you're going to school. So what are you studying?
Right now, I'm just doing the certification for drug and alcohol.
Good.
I've been doing counseling for many years. I teach A Course in Miracles mostly, and
have you thought about doing psychic work to add to it, to develop your psychic and intuitional abilities when you work with clients?
No, I am very intuitive, and I use my intuition, but I've never done anything to. I have not found somebody to work with that I felt.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
In the LA area.
Why don't you come to my tarot class?
Where is that?
It's in Fullerton, and one's in Fullerton, one's in Irvine.
It's in Irvine?
One's in Irvine, and the closer one to you actually is in Fullerton, which is right on near the LA County, Orange County border. It's Orange County.
Well, I'll check that out.
Yeah, you can call me or text me or email me.
Okay.
My number is 714 643 0280.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Okay, and my email is cyoung, like Carl Young, 1890gmail.com. And I'll send you all the information.
Okay.
And
thank you. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Mario. I feel that I'm glad to hear that you're in school. I feel that you're doing well with your school and your education, and that you will be doing counseling, for people, that you will be doing counseling. And it looks like that you're in a good place. You're living in a good place. It looks like you're staying with some people, some friends.
Yes.
And they're good friends, and you could pretty much stay there as long as you like. It looks like it's a good place for you to be. And I feel your daughter doing well, that she's doing well with her school and her education, and that you and your daughter are going to be taking a trip to Paris this year.
Really?
I feel that you are. I feel that there's going to be specials coming up with the airlines, and that you'll be able to take a trip to Paris with you and your daughter. I feel that you need to be able to go and see your family in France, and that you will be taking a trip as we get closer into July, August, September is when the trip is going to happen.
But does that mean something bad? Because there's nothing. She's in New York right now, and she just moved back to New York.
It doesn't mean anything bad because you're just traveling. She's not moving there. She's going to stay in New York. But you and she are going to decide to take a trip together.
Oh.
And yes, and New York is a good place for her. She's very creative. She's extremely creative and artistic. And I feel that she resonates with New York, and she loves it there, and that she's going to be there a long time. She's actually doing well.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to miss her.
Are you going to what?
I say I'm going to miss her because I'm in LA.
Yes, you're going to see.
MISS. Yeah.
Yes, you are. She's going to be coming to LA to visit you.
And do you see me working or having a good job or what? Because I'm not really sure about that school I'm taking. It's not really a financial goal that is prominent.
I feel that somehow you'll find a way to stay in school, and that you will get a job at a counseling center. I don't know if you'll be doing counseling or what you'll be doing there, but you will get a job at a counseling center or a metaphysical bookstore. I feel you kind of having a job where you're working with people. And I feel that's coming up April, May, June, before July time that you'll get a job. If you need to reach me, you could call me at 744-5241 or go to psychic.
Okay. Thank you very much, Shelley. Thank you, Carl.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling, Muriel.
Sure.
Bye-bye. We're now going to continue our interview with Carl Jung on out-of-body experiences, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 479. Carl, can you contact spirit guides and departed loved ones in the astral?
Absolutely, and that's why a lot of people do it, because most people have had that experience with meeting someone who died maybe a month before, and then they'll appear in their dreams. They're there a lot, actually, and you can set up a time, and you go into the astral, and you'll meet them. They'll come, and you can talk to them, and they can give you energy, they can give you love and things. You can really feel it. And you can see them, and they can show you things. And you can even have, pets you had and stuff. They'll show up, too. I have a cat I had when I was a kid. It shows up in the astral. And it's like I'm dreaming, but I see it. It's in the astral. It's fun.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now let's take our next caller, Carl, which is area code 479. Hello, 479.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, and who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Heather. Thank you.
Hello, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
My question is can you tell me anything about Brandon?
Brandon?
Mm-hmm.
Is this like a romantic interest, or?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. You want to know about a relationship with him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just a little. I have a romantic relationship spread I pull with the cards. I just need to know that. Hold on.
What was that?
I said, hold on a second. I'm shuffling.
Oh, okay.
Well, I get there's a lot of passion between you, and you're especially feeling it. And I do see that some things are going to be. Take it a little slow and let it kind of warm up. Let things it's like layers, letting the layers in, because there's some passion there, and there's let some things wake up inside of you guys. So you want to take it a little slower than maybe you want to go, but it'll be worth it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you want to take it a little slow, and there's both of you, I think, I'll say for him, he's had some hurt feelings and stuff, so he's got some defenses
up. He had what? Oh, yeah, hurt feelings?
Yeah, hurt feelings from past relationships, and so he has some defenses up, and you have to, let those melt a little bit. So, but it'd be worth it, because he's a very passionate guy. So are you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I can see a real erotic and a relationship. It's not just, when I say erotic, I don't mean just sexual, but a lot of merging together and being very close to each other.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But you have to you have to let that happen like a flower opens. You can't push it along. If you try to help a flower open, you'll kill it. So just let it evolve. Let it open. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any other questions about him? That's what I see for the relationship.
Okay. Because, well, I feel like for our relationship to continue, I'm going to have to grow as a person in a lot of ways. And I don't know if he's going to be willing to accept that, or if I've hurt him too badly already.
Something happened.
What?
Something happened? I'm getting you're worried about something. Did something happen between you?
Yeah.
And I'm getting you worried about one incident.
Well, it's not really just one thing, but it's in general me being jealous and then taking that and being aggressive with it. And
like yelling at him or something and being angry?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Or are you? Well, what happened?
Well, ever since his dad died, I've been worried about our relationship not being as easy as it was, and I was right. Of course, because it's a very hard time, you know. He's grieving.
Difficult time. Sure.
What?
Sure, he's going through a hard time.
I have never gone through anything like that, so I feel really bad for him, but he felt like I wasn't understanding or that I was thinking about myself when I was trying my hardest to be there for him. But anyhow, I don't know. We're in love, but I don't know. I don't know if he's wanting more out of our relationship. I don't know.
I think you're being. Listen, Heather. I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. Part of his grieving process is he's kind of feeling sorry for himself, and it's like an inner child part that's kind of like feeling bad about him, feeling sorry for himself a little bit, which is part of his process. He'll get over it. So he's kind of lashing out at you a little bit. So and you're confused. It's nothing to do with you. So when he starts accusing you of things like that, just let it go. It's part of his grieving process, and don't get all guilty and don't react, and take the relationship slow.
Yeah, I'm just. Thank you. That helps. I will not do what I was doing as far as rushing things. But I guess I was mainly confused because I still feel like we are both still very much in love with each other, but we aren't necessarily having the best time. So
it's okay. You are learning about yourself. But one of the things you have to learn is not to blame yourself just because he gets upset. And don't blame him either. He's going through a difficult time. It's just a difficult time, but take it slow. That's all, and you'll be fine. I see a good relationship. The cards are saying good, and there's a lot of passion between you too. A lot of erotic passion. So that can really grow into something, and keep it at the heart level too. Everything's gonna be fine, but just take it slow and let him have his process, and you have yours. Okay, but don't blame yourself. That's not hard, because if you start to feel guilty and you start to do things to make your guilt go away, you'll make things worse. Does that make sense?
What do you mean, like by beating into the guilt and lowering my vibration type of thing, or like what do you mean?
Like
trying to make the guilt go away.
If he says something that makes you feel guilty, or he tries to make you feel guilty, for example, and you start to do things to try to make that feeling go away or to appease him, you'll make things worse. There's no reason for you to feel guilty. Just don't feel guilty. Okay? There's no reason. You're not doing anything wrong. And he's having a hard time. Neither is he, but he's a little unconscious right now because he's in a lot of grief.
Yeah.
And also, because it's his father, there's a kind of an inner child part of him that's not very mature, that says stuff. But you don't have to pay a lot of attention. Just give him a hug and say, okay, and it's not. Don't take it on. It's his grieving process, and he's projecting something onto you. It's not about you. But this will pass. So this is why you have to take it slow.
I see.
It's part of his process. But you don't have anything to feel like you don't have to go into this thing like you've messed up. You haven't. Okay? I mean, it's possible that if you start to get really codependent on and stuff, you can start to mess things up. But if you just step back and let him have his process and be okay with yourself, everything will work out fine.
Okay, thank you.
Does that make sense?
I feel, Heather, that in the end that you and Brandon are going to be together, you had a little bit of a rough patch, but you'll get through it. And I feel that he just needs some time right now to heal. You know, at the moment he's not going to be focused on the relationship because he just lost his father, and you need to be patient and you need to be willing to wait. It'll be worth the wait, and just give him time to heal. Give him time to go through, he's going through a grieving process over his loss of his father. He and his father were very close. And I feel just be there for him. Just let him know that you're there for him. Be his rock. Let him lean on you. And I feel if you're there for him during this time period and you're patient and you could wait, that things will work out with the relationship. And Carl, how can Heather get in contact with you?
You can call me at 714-643-0280, 714-643-0280 if you want a reading. Or you can email me, if you have anything you want to say, at cyoung1890gmail.com. cyoung, like Carl Young, 1890gmail.com.
And you could get a hold of me, Heather, at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Heather.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
We're now going to take our next caller, which is area code 856. Hello, 856.
Hi, this is Laura. Thanks for taking my call.
Hello, Laura. And Laura, what is your question today?
I applied for a job, and I've done some interviewing, and they're doing the background check for me. And I just want to see what you feel about that opportunity. Do you feel it's going to go well?
Okay, hold on a second. Okay. I'm going to check a little bit. Hold on. I think that it's going to take longer than you think it. That it's going to take a little longer, and there might be another interview. But I do see it coming, and it might not be the job you're applying for, but another one another opening they have. But it'll be basically the same thing. So it looks good. It just might take a little longer than you're expecting.
Okay. That's interesting.
Does that make sense?
Do you think it's a whole different job altogether with a different company?
Could be. The reason why I got the Six of Swords, which means moving, like a physical move. So it could be like a move to another office, but it could also be a move to another company.
Huh.
I don't think it's a move to another city, though.
Okay, well that's interesting because I had the offer. They made the offer already, and I was supposed to start on Monday, but they're doing the background check as we speak. And yet there's another company that's also interested as well, and I had the interview with them last week.
I'm feeling actually the cards are telling me that's the more likely job for you.
The second interview with the other company.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's what the cards are saying. So don't worry about it. I'm getting a strong message. Don't obsess and worry about it. It's going to work out for the best.
Okay. Okay, great.
So in other words, your guys are kind of the second job will be a better deal for you. So don't worry. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to thank Carl Young for being my special guest on the Psychic Horizon show today. He will be back in the future. And I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman of Goldilocks Production, for producing the Psychic Horizon show, and I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for being a guest on the Psychic Horizon show, Carl.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
Have a good weekend, Carl.
Okay. Talk
Bye-bye.
to you later. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.